This podcast is just for fun. It's all fake. Don't believe us. Look, do your own research.
Don't dip it right down dry. Welcome to it though.
Yeah, buddy. In case you didn't recognize, our son Bennett is on the mic today.
Yeah, Bennett, can you say hi?
No. Okay.
That's okay.
Absolutely
So
not.
Bennett, what is your favorite animal?
Giraffe.
The
A
giraffe.
That's a good one.
That's a good one. Why is it your favorite?
A small giraffe.
A small giraffe?
Oh,
because
okay.
of your puzzle. He has a puzzle piece of
Yeah,
a
that's
giraffe
good.
that he likes. Yes.
Bennett, do you like Bigfoot? Yeah, you do. What do you think Bigfoot is?
Trailer.
Oh yeah. He's pointing to my foot mug thing.
Yeah.
He's also, there's one right back there behind you. Do you see him?
On the wall.
On the wall. Yeah.
Ooh.
That lights up too. That's pretty cool, huh? Bennett, what would you tell the world if you could tell it one thing? What would you tell everybody who's listening? You don't know? Yeah, it's okay. You don't have to have all the answers. I just pretend like I do.
Bennett, what is your favorite song today?
Crazy train.
Crazy
Yeah.
Train.
Can you sing it? No?
No.
Get up
Sit on it this.
and listen on to this.
You want to listen to it.
Oh, okay.
You know, Ozzy does do it the best,
He
but
does.
I
Everyone-
don't know. I think your version is my favorite. So
At our light conference, he kept running around going, I don't remember the first part, but he was like, "Get on the crazy terrain.
yeah, he'd say, "Hop on the crazy train,"
On the
and
crazy
he like
train."
squeezes his eyes shut and like puts his fist up and like feels the words. It's great. You love it, huh?
And then
Do you like that song because it's about trains?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's okay. You're good. We can still hear you.
Dad?
Yeah.
Dad.
What's up, bud?
I does a pirate. Dad.
Oh, you had to pull it down. Okay.
Ah,
Now, can you hear yourself? You good?
you're doing good.
He is also singing I Thank God
Yes.
all weekend. You want to sing that one? Get up, get up, get up.
Yeah, dip up but
We want to hear you sing it.
Oh, okay. But he likes it because it goes, get up, get up, get up. And then everybody goes, what? And then get up out of that grave. Okay. And he always sings the what and the okay.
Today, when he was playing toys, if he just got like, you know how sometimes you just have a buildup of air and you just like sigh, and it's not like you're overwhelmed or something, it's just like a, and you sigh. He did that, and he was like, I think the master, I think the savior, I think God. And he just like he just kept the words coming. Like he was just like, yeah.
I've been
It was
bumping.
great.
I've been bumping VeggieTales songs.
Ooh, he's
Nice.
been singing that. The,
Do you know VeggieTales, Bennett?
do you know the, oh, where? No.
You
Can you
know
say,
the
oh,
words.
where, oh, where, oh, where, oh, where,
No,
oh,
don't mess with it
where?
too much. It's okay. Say, where, oh, where, oh, where is my hairbrush? No?
No.
Okay.
I've been singing. Oh no, what we gonna do? I was singing that while I was meal prepping teriyaki chicken and rice the other night.
Nice.
Bennett, what is, we already asked you earlier, but what's your favorite monster truck?
Digger.
Which, okay,
Ooh.
what Gravedigger though?
White green grave digger.
The
Well,
white
you
and
changed
green
your,
Gravedigger?
Changed your answer.
Wow.
That's a
Thought
cool
about it
one.
more.
Yeah.
Nice.
That one is pretty cool. I like the all green one with the green wheels. That one is pretty cool.
I like that
Yeah.
one.
Black and green.
I like the one
Classic.
with a lot of purple on it.
Yeah, the one that's all purple. That one's cool too.
Yeah.
Bennett has been super into monster trucks. He loves, that's one of the main ways we, like him and I play when we're stuck inside. We practice ramping and then saving each other in the monster trucks.
I just unlocked a core memory of one of my toys. I had a 4-door cat eye Chevy monster truck that had like the gears that like continued, like the inertia driven ones.
Yeah.
Dude, that I played the crap out of it. It was bigger. It was like probably
Yeah.
it was
Yeah,
probably
yeah.
like a 6-inch
Yeah.
model. It was dope.
Those are cool. Bennett has 2 of those
are bomb.
that size, but I don't know where the other one went because he had El Toro Loco, and then what was the other one? Do you remember? Was it the crustacean?
Crustacean.
Crustacean,
Yeah.
wasn't it? Then you have crustacean.
Yeah.
But yeah, he had 2 of them. I don't know where the El Toro Loco is.
I need to try to get to the rally and rapid in the spring. I always do. It's always so much fun.
Yeah.
We need to take Bennett.
That would be fun. We'll
Anyway.
take your ear protection, huh?
Yeah.
Because it'd be really loud.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's
Bennett,
so sick.
did you know there's a monster truck called Bigfoot?
Yeah.
That one's pretty cool too. That one's just pretty. Nowadays it just kind of looks generic and it just says Bigfoot, but back in the day, that one was one of the cool ones.
That's
Dad,
cool.
look it.
What am I looking at?
This?
Oh, you see
he sees the trophy.
the crayon cacking
The
competition?
crayon-cacking.
Can you say crayon cacking competition?
Drink that and competition.
Good
Yeah.
job.
Ooh, yeah.
Better than your dad says it.
Yeah, I know. Right? Good job.
Cran cacking champion. Champion.
Crayon cracking.
Do you know who made this trophy,
Crayon
Bennett?
cacking.
Cran cacking champion.
Uncle Mike.
Uncle Mike.
Well,
Actually, Macy.
Macy.
Did it,
Macy
yeah.
did.
Do you know who won it?
Macy did.
Macy did.
Macy.
got
Macy,
those backwards.
congratulations, you won.
Technically, neither one of us, Mike or I,
Yeah,
won.
who
'cause
did win that? Does anyone
We
know?
tied.
it was me.
We tied. Yeah, we tied, and then we did a tiebreaker episode. And the tiebreaker episode, nobody voted for us
Gotcha.
because Phil's was better.
Oh,
the one time.
nice.
It's all that matters.
Yeah, that's pretty
Tanner
funny.
doesn't understand what all the marbles means, so I wouldn't expect him to give me that win.
Shut your mouth.
I'll explain that one later.
I was like, what
It
is
was
going
good.
on?
Yeah.
I
I was
got
like, did
this.
he mix a metaphor or like what happened?
No. It's, he's just.
So yeah, you'll have to explain it to her.
Yeah, I will.
I got this thing in a White Elephant Nerd Layer Exchange
Yeah,
gift thing.
in a pastor's
It's
gift
a
exchange.
positive Bigfoot. There's like one per week that you can open. So I was gonna start opening them on the
They're
show.
cute. They're
Dude,
cute
what?
little
So-
Bigfoot.
This one is number 26, and it's positive affirmation or whatever it is. Every step forward is proof you exist.
That is so cute and on theme.
Very much so.
I love that.
It's like fortune cookies, but better because it
But
makes
it's,
sense.
but it's
And it's
actually makes
Bigfoot
sense
on them.
for
And-
the big
and that,
Bigfoot
yeah.
because
Okay, give me a
taking a
positive
step
Bigfoot.
forward. That's so clever.
Yeah. And also because
I
Bigfoot
love
doesn't.
those.
We,
They
you know.
have one.
I love that. Bennett wants one.
Oh yeah, check out the one that he just got. We'll give you that one.
Here you go. He's such a cute tiny
You
Bigfoot.
see it?
Yes.
That's pretty cool. Yeah.
It's very cute.
Also, if I remember, I'll put a picture on the Discord. Speaking of which, I just want to ask everybody to go and actually like subscribe to us. It does help.
Yes.
And like the episode, comment on the episode, share the episode. Doing those things actually does help us in the
Bennett.
algorithm. And it's been a minute since I've begged you guys to do that.
Can
but
they give
would
our
you
podcast itself a rating
please?
too?
Yes.
Yeah.
On wherever.
Do that too.
Yeah, I think it's on a couple of different things. You can give it
We need to get him
5
to
stars.
do a like
You can
and
give it a
subscribe
thumbs up.
request.
Hey, Bennett, can you say, don't forget to like and subscribe?
Don't dip it right down dry.
Yeah.
You heard? Hey, if you don't listen to him, what's wrong with you?
Rude,
Yeah.
bro.
How are you gonna?
tell-
How are you gonna break his little heart?
Are you gonna tell that voice? No,
Bennett, say,
I'm not. I'm
"Do it,
not
please."
gonna rate them a
you
5-star.
monster. We talk about the
I'm-
cryptids here, but you're the real monster
Right.
if you tell him no.
Yeah, say no to that
You
cute
have
voice.
to interrupt him sometimes.
Yeah.
You say, "Do it, please."
Can you say, "Do it, lady"?
Can you say, "Do not"?
Shut up.
Bennett, can
On
you
your
say,
birthday.
"Please"? Say, "Please."
He's putting his socks on.
That's my vibe down here. I wear a sweater and put my socks on.
His mater socks.
All right.
In the ancient days of giants, when the earth was wild and free, a creature roamed the valleys, cloaked in mystery. Is he born of angels' blood and man, a Nephilim so tall, or a shadow of the fallen, yet he the maker's call? He's a biblically accurate Bigfoot, with a lineage from the skies. Not a myth or legend, but a truth that never dies. Is he a remnant of the Nephilim, a Titan standing tall? Or does he have the word of God upon him, the last to hear the call?
All right. It's time for some caffeine, but Phil forgot or didn't bring caffeine.
I neglected.
And I'm
already had
hearing
it.
him yawn.
I had caffeine earlier, but
You might have a drink down here somewhere. But
probably they're in every nook and cranny.
instead,
You started just hiding them around the room.
Instead, we decided we were going to do something. The company is Insane Labs. They're awesome. Insane Labs they're a pre-workout / supplement protein,
and they have a lot of cool merch.
Their protein is like the cheapest, high quality protein. Easily the cheapest.
It also mixes better than anybody else's that I've tried.
It mixes so good.
Not a sponsor.
They're not a sponsor,
Yeah.
but yet. But this is the Cinnamonic Insane Labs. It's designed to be dry scooped, Phil. It's not designed to be mixed. I know you know this.
I looked at this.
I know you know this. They apparently they got a new flavor that's coming out in a couple months. That's like a mint flavor. Ooh. But this one is Cinnamonic, and so I will let you have first. So the technique that they recommend is to put it under your tongue and let it sit there for like 20 seconds.
How big's the scoop?
It is a tiny little scoop.
Okay, so is it like a pixie stick?
Basically,
Like a pixie
it's like
stick under your tongue?
well, I mean, it's got like beta alanine in it. If you've ever tasted beta alanine without having other flavoring, it's kind of a rough flavor.
Cute. Oh, I would use that as a measuring cup if I did tiny baking.
That would be perfect. I'm gonna do a little bit because I have an energy drink too, but I want to share the experience with you.
I am sipping vanilla lavender steamer,
right.
so no caffeine for me.
I'm just doing a tiny little bit because I'm gonna drink some caffeine too, but just let it sit. It's like an instant shot of caffeine. I can like you start to feel it quick. It's very cinnamon, like
but it's not offensive. Okay, I'm gonna be honest.
Yeah.
I'm not a big cinnamon guy. When I realized that was what flavor that was, I was expecting that to be a lot more offensive to my mouth.
Yeah.
It's not. It's actually pretty pleasant.
It's not like doing
it's
the
more like
cinnamon
one of
challenge.
those red hot, like not red hot.
That's
but
tingly.
like that. Yeah, it kicks fast.
I got a little
hot
on my lip.
tamales,
I got a little on my lip, and my lip is tingling.
Yeah.
like hot tamale cinnamon, right?
Yeah.
Not like doing the cinnamon challenge.
Cinnamon roll, cinnamon. Yeah, no, it's more like the.
It's kind of in between. It's
maybe a little bit of both.
yeah. I was gonna say it's kind of in between. It's not like
good.
a hot cinnamon, but it's not like sweet cinnamon either. It's just it's kind of its own thing, but not bad.
Yeah,
Nice.
I like it.
I wish I
like
had a
it.
little water to.
Nice.
There's a slight aftertaste that's
That's
kind of
the
different.
Beta alanine.
Yeah, that's.
I can
I was gonna
taste it.
say it's not the flavoring. It's just
Beta alanine.
But it's not terrible.
If you've ever, I one time thought it would be a good idea just to because I dry scooped real quick and I was like, oh crap, I forgot to take my beta, and so then I took my beta real quick. Beta does not. It is not flavorless.
no.
The unflavored is not flavorless. It needs to be in something because it is that aftertaste. That's beta alanine. But all right, I'm drinking a Peaches Ghost. I'm gonna open it real quick.
Peaches.
That was perfect.
That was very good.
I got that. Do you want a dry?
That'd be great.
No
Just
contact swig. Yeah.
That was a little full. I should have waited until you had a
cinnamon
sip of
peaches.
waterfall. That kind of made a mess.
There's a, but even just because this is the second time I've taken it. Just a sip of water and the aftertaste is gone.
Right.
And you just taste the cinnamon still. All right, that was fun.
Yeah.
But yeah,
gonna be
Insane
buzzing
Labs,
here in a
they're
minute.
fun. They have exclusive, right? They're kind of in that like horror genre, like
I love it.
advertising marketing.
I love their style.
It's pretty cool.
It's fun.
It's very metal.
Very.
Like, very metal. But they have
about
like
my sweatshirt that I
that
one.
I forgot
That
about
one. Yeah.
Yep.
People look at that like, what the heck?
But yeah, I halfway want to put that in there because a couple of the guys that are in Insane Labs said that they've been checking out the show, and so if you work for Insane Labs and you hear this, make sure and let me know you listened. I could give you a high five.
We already promoted the product.
No, I'll say this: if you work for Insane Labs and you hit me up and let me know you listen to this show, then I will make a purchase during your next live.
Ooh.
Boom. That win-win. Win-win.
Boom.
They get a purchase from me.
Boom.
All right. Anyway,
Just anyway.
moving on. All right. So I need to bring up my my notes. I have a few starters for today. Today's been a wild day. We're having to record a little later than we're used to, just because we're accommodating schedules. But we just got done. So Courtney, me, and Mike, we were on a show called the Christian
podcast.
Yeah, podcast. It's a video podcast. The Christian Theological Dark Web.
Yeah.
And they're gonna have a part 1 and part 2, and it'll air on their channel first. Then after it airs on their channel, we're gonna air it on here. But I still want to promo their show and tell everybody go watch it on their channel. Because if we have like 0 views on ours because you went and watched it on theirs, awesome, it's still a win. But you actually get to watch us instead on their show. And it was fun. We talked cryptids, we talked dragons. Ricky, the host, he's kind of all about this. He kept talking about the ether.
Yeah.
And I'm intrigued. I want to go listen to some of his ether episodes. We talk about dragons a bit.
Shelley was spitting scripture like no one's business, man.
Yeah.
Wow. It was
real. It was actually really interesting because it's going to be 2 episodes. The first episode is going to be very biblically accurate, Bigfoot-esque, very in our wheelhouse of like super duper humor first, and then theology and cryptids second. And then the second half of the episode is very Christian Theological Dark Web-esque, a very just scripture heavy first, and then humor and cryptid stuff second. And so it actually, the way it played out, it really is just like it was a blend of both of our shows. But because we recorded 1 episode and we talked, it was like 2.5 hours. We weren't going to do 2 episodes.
We got done like close to midnight. I was fried.
We were only planning on doing 1 episode, but the conversation just continued to flow and continue to flow.
And then even after we stopped recording the conversation,
we still talked another half hour.
Going.
Yeah,
it was nuts. It was so
good conversation. Those two, so we put out weekly, but they kind of put out bi-weekly, tri-weekly. But their content, I'm not ashamed to say that their content goes a lot deeper than ours does.
Definitely.
Into the like, kind of like talking along the lines of like Nephilim and, the like that vein of conspiracy. Because we get into like conspiracy theories, like government conspiracy theories. Their show really airs more on the side of like the stuff in the Bible that we don't talk about a lot.
Yeah, she has scripture like on the tip of her tongue and can pull out like 5 scripture references to like back something up that they're talking about. Like I strive to be more like that, to be honest.
She's solid. That was and yeah, just off the top of her head, scripture. She's and I've got the Bible, like I can reference the Bible really well. But I can only like tell you like what book it's from.
Right.
Yeah. Like I'd be like somewhere, in Isaiah when he says this, I don't have the.
And she's like, I think it was Isaiah chapter 41.
Maybe 42. And I'm like, no, stop. It was like, she puts me to shame, man.
I know, right?
Oh, it was good.
I'm bummed I missed it. I really wish my work schedule wasn't stupid.
Yeah, it was tough because originally that
really
was
wanted to be on there.
Part of the reason we did Thursday at 8 was because you were going to be able to make it, right?
Yeah, I thought I was going to be able to.
It just didn't work out.
Yeah.
But they
Even
said,
I joined halfway through.
Hopefully that those episodes do well and they'll want us back and I can join next
Ricky
time.
already said he'd love to have us back.
Sick.
And if we can make it work for you to be on. However, he's like, we really enjoyed that. And I told him back, like, we enjoyed it a ton.
Good. Thanks, Ricky.
Yeah, go check their show out. And tell them, comment and say you're here because of BAB. That said, all right. So the first thing on my list, what if Donkey from Shrek was actually a lost boy from Pinocchio? The ones who get turned into donkeys because they are bad.
I'm about to out myself real hard. I don't think I've ever actually watched the entirety of Shrek.
What?
I knew it.
Oh my god!
I knew that was going to be the reaction.
Okay, when are we going to like do like a mandatory movie watch and then talk about the movie?
Dude, and I know we keep saying we're going to do it and we don't.
I don't know that we're going to come up with much conspiracy from Shrek.
Right.
But Phil,
Yeah,
come on,
I know.
man.
I know.
think, you know what? In the Discord, because we'll probably do the movie watch through the Discord. In the Discord, I'll try to remember to put up a poll when I'm editing this of what evening during the week would work best for you, like late evening. We'd probably want to do it after the boys go to bed. But we could do a watch party, like late night, once a month, watch party or something.
I dig it.
When it would work. All right.
Especially over like Christmas break when weather's cold and
That
people
would
are
be,
inside
yes.
anyways.
We should definitely do it over Christmas break because I think it would work better for a lot of people. But
Yeah.
so sorry, I'm scooted too close to the table. That's me. In Pinocchio, the bad boys get turned into donkeys and then sold. And in Shrek, Donkey actually at one point says, I used to be a boy. He says, when I was a boy at one point in time. And Donkey is terrified of everything magical. He like flips out when he sees the fairy godmother, like freaks out. So what if his one experience was with magic was when he got turned into a donkey? And Shrek has also been very notorious about this is where all the magic, once the magic ends, this is where Shrek starts. The awkwardness of the magic world, it doesn't quite work out in a fairy tale way kind of show. So what if it's the odds and ends from some of these things that just like what happened to all the boys that got turned into donkeys from Pinocchio? We never get to know because it's just a little thing and we move on. That's a big deal, right?
Interesting.
They end up in Shrek.
That's an interesting theory.
Yeah, it is.
I want to rewatch it now with that in mind.
Yeah,
And
we'll
see if
have
we can
to.
pick up on anything.
The Northern Lights, bro.
Dude, that was sick.
Oh my goodness.
Oh
that
my
was
gosh.
sick.
Okay, I will say this. I have seen more people blaming the Northern Lights on harp than I have ever seen
Right.
before.
Right.
But I have a sub-conspiracy theory for you.
Okay.
Because I think harp is the low-hanging fruit.
Right.
Did I say carp? I meant harp.
No, you said
No, you
harp.
said harp.
Okay. The carp.
Carp.
Sees the carp.
sees the
Carp diem.
sees the lights.
Tanner
So
needs to read
harp-
Frugal Wizards.
I do. Harp is HAARP, right? And it's the high altitude. I don't know. But anyway, it's a facility that basically has a lot of energy and they do a lot of things.
They do weather stuff.
And
Weather stuff.
so they can create they've shown that they can create like almost like makeshift northern lights above the facility by emitting just tons of electricity into the air. Well, so the conspiracy theory is that it's actually them creating the northern lights and they're testing things. I think that's low-hanging fruit. My conspiracy theory is that the poles, because we've talked about this on the show, the poles are shifting faster and faster. I think that they're shifting so fast that it is actually weakening our magnetosphere. And so light, the radiation and everything, the light is actually getting and penetrating farther and farther into our atmosphere. That's why people in Florida, have you seen the pictures? People with palm trees in the background and they can see the northern lights. You can see them in Florida.
Okay, so aside from the implications of that, that's sick.
Yeah.
That's such a that photo's got to go so
That
hard.
picture goes so hard.
I bet it does.
But they
I
saw it
haven't
in
seen that,
Texas, in Florida, I think California, someplace in
Well, I
California.
remember
saw it.
last year
Our
when
room kind of looks like
when they
the
were
green
like,
lights. Did you do that on purpose?
Oh,
You got the
no.
pink light, got
yeah.
the green light. Yeah,
That's cool. I didn't even do that on
Anyways,
purpose.
yeah, go ahead. Keep going.
I was gonna say, I remember last year when they were talking about, people could see him in like Missouri, and I was like, that's insane.
Yeah.
Like, people were freaking out about that.
Yeah.
Texas and Florida being able to see him is
So,
bonkers.
The last one they compared it to was the one in 2006. I remember the one in 2006. Do you know what it looked like in 2006?
No.
In Nebraska? It was like a teeny tiny little ribbon of light. I mean, a tiny little ribbon.
I think I remember that. I don't remember
tiny.
seeing it, but I remember.
And it was
that.
in all of the newspapers everywhere. Like I saw it in like 15 different newspapers.
Yeah.
Just a tiny little sliver of light. This one was supposedly not as major as that one. And that one seemed to produce less light. And I think it's because our magnetics.
I saw a push notification on my AccuWeather app, which I don't really take that seriously anyways. And yeah, northern lights are going to be visible tonight. And I was like, okay, whatever. And it wasn't until after we had students over, after our house was packed and No. It was as students were going to come over. So I was like busy, had to take some trash out. And I took the trash out and I was like, whoa. That really resonated. Whoa.
I hadn't heard anything
goodness.
about it. We took the dog out for a walk when we were up in the hills on Forest Service, and we're walking along, and I'm looking over. Ashley, I was pointing out some different constellations and stuff to Ashley because we don't talk a lot about stars, and she didn't have a lot of background knowledge on that. And I'm pointing stuff out, and I'm looking over, and I'm like, "Honey, is it pink over there? Or am I going
pink.
crazy?" And she's like, "No, it's pink. I was looking at that too." And she's like, "Is it the Northern Lights?" I'm like, "I don't know. Is it?" She pulls out her phone and looks at it like, whoa, that's pretty good.
different.
And then it got insane.
Yeah, it
intense. That was some of the best viewing. That was almost, it wasn't quite as expansive as when we went out last year.
And it wasn't as like instant, like flashy.
Right.
But it was way prettier.
The colors, the colors were insane.
Colors were phenomenal.
I don't recall seeing pink like that.
No.
Over the
Not
last
visible
whenever that was.
It was
last
in
summer.
town.
It was pretty pink last year, but not quite to that degree.
Yeah.
And the variety of color wasn't there.
Yeah,
last
the
time.
variety was definitely.
It was a
nuts.
very consistent shade of pink last time.
Yeah.
Yeah. So it's still crazy, but we had a ton of students. We were out watching, looking at it, and then they'd come in.
Our
'cause they
neighbors
coming
were
over.
talking to us. The
Yeah.
neighbors that
So-
never
And
talked to
we were
us.
like, hey, and we
do
had
you
like,
see that?
we had like 4 or 5 students that was like, this is the first time I've ever seen the Northern Lights. And I was like, yeah, well, come on out.
So to pull it back to conspiracy stuff, so that's from solar eruptions, right? Ionic bursts, geomagnetic storms. That's kind of related to the sun, right?
Yeah, but it was a storm that erupted right at us.
Yeah. There's another thing with the sun right now, right? With the there's a thing behind it.
Oh, yeah.
Atlas?
Has 3i Atlas come out yet?
I don't know.
Oh, imagine if 3i Atlas was like forcing the
one
sun to.
Just
sending
fired
the
something
solar
into the
flares?
sun and it blew it. Like,
Just
blew
weaponized the sun.
Yeah. Yeah.
Bro.
What?
Imagine.
Never thought about that. Of if it wasn't an alien ship, they would probably have the technology to weaponize our sun. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's intense to think about. Like camping.
Intense like the sun.
Camping.
Wow.
And the sun. But yeah, I haven't seen anything from it since then. Supposedly, none of the agencies that are recording it have published pictures since before it even approached like Mars. Apparently, they haven't released any of the most up-to-date pictures.
I saw a headline, and I think it was on Facebook. So I'll make a quick side tangent in a second. But I think it said something about allegedly detecting potential signs of life on it. Which back to the Facebook thing. I discard 99% of Facebook. I told Tanner this already. I deleted most of my social media. I don't have Reddit anymore. I don't have Instagram anymore. I don't have TikTok anymore. I still have Snapchat and Facebook because that's the only methods that some of my friends have.
Stuff, then.
Yeah, it doesn't matter.
He watches it just as much now as he did before.
Exactly correct.
Which is 0.
That is exactly
true.
correct. You can send it through text and I can still view it from there. So if you want to do
Oh,
that.
that's true.
So if it's worth sending
I'll do
over
that,
text.
Grandpa.
But shut up. Anyway.
You gotta talk in your old man voice now. Yeah, old man.
Previously, when I was on the other social medias,
Yes.
I didn't remember how brain I didn't remember how brain dead Facebook was.
Yep.
Facebook
It's all
is
bots.
freaking. I'm not gonna say the word. They're so dumb.
And there is a tab that you can
Completely
click on that's
overtaken.
only friends.
Uh-huh.
So you make sure and
don't
click
say
that. Oh, that
Sounds too close to OnlyFans. I was like, whoa.
just your friends tab.
Oh, I hate 2025.
Because if you
Better
don't,
be just friends.
but if you're on the main feed, it's like 90% ads and groups.
Or
It's
rage
bots.
bait or
Rage bait.
complete garbage.
Bots.
And
It's
so
bad.
Or
Facebook
people
is
sharing
Facebook
AI,
is
and
okay.
people being like, wow, look at this. And it's like, it's clearly
Facebook,
AI, and I
dude.
think you're a bot too.
I didn't realize
Facebook
how
is
bad
so-
it was because I was never on there because I had Reddit, where you can sometimes get useful information, even though it's a friggin' giant leftist echo chamber. But and then TikTok is a pretty good variety, but you can kind of tailor it to your style of things. And so like
My TikTok's still depressing.
I didn't have a use for Facebook, so I wasn't on Facebook unless it was for Marketplace or contacting someone. And so now I'm scrolling Facebook, and I'm like, I hate it here. This is so dumb. This hurts.
I don't stay on it for very long.
It's
Let me
bad.
share with you how dumb it is, okay? I'm in a private group. Oh, was that me again? I'm in a private group that is just for pastors who are nerds. Pastors specifically in the Assemblies of God.
Mm-hmm.
That is the entire group. It is a very strict pool, and you have to have credentials to get into this group. The Facebook has infiltrated even the groups with AI to create posts to generate conversation. So all of a sudden it generates this post based off of what kind of posts it sees. And when there's a lull in activity in the group, all of a sudden this bot will post. Nobody let the bot in. Nobody accepted Facebook's bot. Facebook just did it in all of the groups. So all groups have AI bots in them now.
Ew.
Yeah.
Ew.
They're so easy to tell too, though.
Oh, yeah, no.
Well, I mean, in this group,
AI
they were
bots
easy
are
to
t-
tell.
Do they make it look like a fake account?
Yes.
I saw someone talking about it. I didn't see the actual post.
I
Show me
think they
this
did
later.
delete it. As soon as we saw it, we reported it and deleted it and blocked the bot. But it was like, when I say we, it wasn't me, but I know the guy who runs the group. And and it's like, but it's like it's made to look like a regular profile so that you can't tell. Now,
Makes me physically nauseous.
if
I
it
actually
weren't
hate that
like
so much.
if the group weren't so tightly it's a tight group, I'd have probably never noticed. If it was like in a generic group, I'd have been like, oh yeah, this guy's kind of annoying, whatever, I'll move on.
It hurts how much.
And then he'll respond to
it's-
people too.
Yeah.
That falls under dead internet theory.
Yeah.
It hurts me how much it says about the state of human intelligence as well, how difficult it can be sometimes to like identify between this is a bot, an AI bot that's posting stupid nonsense, and that's just an idiot.
Right.
Who has just been subject to a lot of brain rot.
Yeah,
That's
or
all that
who
they're-
saw that and shared it.
Yes.
Or like repost it,
Zero
put
research.
and it's like
Yeah.
people say things and it's just like there's no way you actually believe that that's true. How? But yeah, I don't know.
I honestly haven't been on social media that much.
Yeah, I've been trying to cut. TikTok's about the only thing I've been on lately, which is crazy because but anyway.
But anyway, all that to say, the 3i Atlas thing, I have no idea. I'm assuming that's probably not true, but I did see that headline.
Right.
So
I haven't
will
seen whether
throw
I
that out.
can't remember when it's supposed to come out, but it's got to be soon if it hasn't already. But they haven't released pictures of it. But speaking of 3i Atlas,
Are we gonna have a holiday for it, like Groundhog Day or something?
Yeah, we'll have the
Atlas Day?
3i Atlas Day.
Woohoo!
It'll be on the 31st of
What if it came out on Groundhog Day?
August.
yeah.
August.
Ah, there you go.
August 31st.
I was trying to think if there was a month that meant moon, but Monday is But anyway, sorry.
Yeah.
Speaking
Anytime
of
on Monday falls on the 31st. Or the
Speaking
31st
of,
falls on Monday.
yeah. Speaking of all of this, they have found that black holes are actually singing a detectable song.
Oh.
That it's a rhythmic, like it's straight up a song,
Black
basically.
hole sun. Won't you come?
That was
Wait,
that
so black
deserves
holes
a
have children?
that deserves a high five.
Thank you.
Nah, that also deserves a high five. Man.
High fives are.
Oh,
Anyway.
good fives.
Do you
That is intriguing to me because I feel like they've thought that like stars make rhythmic sounds.
I was gonna
and
say,
stuff. What if they're just angels singing?
yeah. I remember
like- Call it a black hole because it sucks in mass and it's just a chubby angel.
that's a real cherubim right there.
It's just a cherubim.
Absorbs light because it wants all the happiness.
He's a little husky, okay? Yeah, okay.
His gravitational
Gosh.
field's a little extreme.
You gotta be. Come on, we're calling him.
struck down for that blasphemy,
Oh.
boy. Anyway,
dark holes that absorb everything around them.
It's an emo angel.
Yeah.
It's David. David became an angel.
Oh my gosh.
He's singing the Psalms. He's singing the Psalms. Anyways, yeah.
Anyway, I remember Louis Giglio on his "How Great Is Our God" deal, posting like the audio from like the frequencies of stars and like the song, like it sounded like a song. It was great.
Yeah,
it was sick. So that's what that made me think of as soon as you said black holes sing.
Too.
Yeah, I've always kind of held
song.
this thought. Well, not always. Lately, I've held the thought of like, what if? Because what if stars are actually just angels, and we can't actually detect, we can't see that close to determine they're actually stars.
Courtney's having a brain blast. What?
Because I literally just saw someone post about that, and she was like, "I'm a crunchy mom, so if you want to talk this, like very like not like organic, but very like." Homesteader type raw milk like that.
Why?
So she's like,
I'm crunchy mom.
So if you want to talk
crunchy mom,
if you want to talk homesteading, raw.
Continue.
I hear crunchy. I think crusty.
That's I'm thinking crunchy mom. I'm like,
I know.
Ugh.
I didn't make the term. I didn't make the term. I fully agree.
And why? I don't care
Whoever
what you
did.
have to say. I
Whoever
want to
did.
talk about that.
Crunchy because granola because you're into more
Just
natural
call
ingredients.
granola mom then. Like,
That is, but we're one
evolved.
Yeah,
one step further
it's one
than a
degree
granola.
of separation from that. Yes,
you go from
that's where we're at.
your granola to crunchy.
Yep,
All right,
crunchy.
continue. What were you
mom.
saying about granola moms? Crunchy
She
moms.
said, okay. She said, I'm a crunchy mom, so if you want to talk homesteading, growing your own food, raw milk, the firmament, and blah blah blah, and like and I was like, okay, so that's like flat Earth stuff, right? And
That's a mental flashbang.
isn't it?
They're not
Isn't it? I
exclusive,
always
but
get
yes, it
confused
is
on
a
this.
topic of
And
conversation.
then I thought I saw something about someone commenting on it about like believing that the stars were angels or something like that. So I don't know.
Yeah.
Is that like that belief system?
Well, okay,
I
so
get so confused on this.
part of where my thought process on this evolved was from seeing the videos of the orbs that we kept seeing back over New Jersey. Literally the answer for it was, oh, they're just FAA, we're good. Like that's what Trump said after, because he was gonna reveal everything, and then he's like, oh, it's nothing to be seen here, and then it just never was talked about again. But the videos of
like
them,
literally a soap opera at this point.
when people with like really good cameras would zoom in, they looked identical to what like stars look like when we try to zoom in on stars from Earth.
Yeah.
They look the same.
Or
and I was like, what if
biblically
it's just
accurate angels, right?
Yeah, what if it's just an angel that's in our atmosphere?
Okay.
And then stars are just angels that are out of our atmosphere.
have a
Angel in
question.
the atmosphere.
Ha.
I'll make a song about that.
Ha. Anyway,
Crunchy angels in the atmosphere.
shut up. My question then is,
This episode's so off.
yeah, I love it.
Courtney's here. You're supposed to keep us in line.
No. She's
making it worse.
throwing out crunchy moms and crap
I'm sleep deprived, okay?
and songs.
Okay, fair.
Anyway, dang it.
Oh no.
Continue. I'm sorry.
No, it's okay.
Was it Crunchy Angels that got you?
Oh my gosh, that is where you just threw his brain into a spiral again.
You got this. I believe in you.
What about our star, the sun?
Oh,
or
the
is
sun.
that not? Is that a different
That's
thing?
what I was
Are there
wondering,
different things? Are there
right?
actually no? There's always was like what?
But our sun is different. Our star is different.
Right. So,
But then all the others are angels.
right. Is that the case? Like, I'm confused about where that thought process goes and how you rationalize like what we think we know about science and space and stars and astronomy.
Well, but that's the thing. How do we know that our sun is a star?
Yes.
It goes both ways.
Yeah. No, I know, but I'm
know
just
what I'm
saying, like, but
Because it does. Because and then if you rely on the Bible, if you rely on the crunchy Bible, is there a crunchy Bible?
Labooble?
A little crunchy Bible. a little country Bible.
I think it's just
do you remember that dude?
I
that
think
meme
the
that's
Crunchy
like,
Bible is just a prepper handbook and like the homeopathic medicine that big old catalog that I always get in my newsfeed. Anyways,
the meme is like, I don't know if it was a Vine or if it was shortly after the Vine where there's a dude's like, "How you doing?" He's like, "Oh, fine." And it's like. What are you doing? He's like, I'm for good.
Oh, that one.
He's like,
no. He says pretty glonky.
pretty gonky. Yeah. It was like,
My mom's gonna hate this episode.
I was actually
I'm sorry, Mom.
earlier that was more relevant, and then I stopped myself, and then you went ahead.
I'm just gonna tell her she can skip this one because she's not good at it.
Earlier,
and that's just gonna make her enticed to listen more.
Just drop by, leave a link or leave a like and a comment.
Oh,
well,
goodness.
okay, so earlier we were like, this is a star because it has this, and then in my head dropped the, well, if my grandmother had wheels, she would have been a bike. Anyways.
Oh, okay.
What comedian was that?
It was just a dude on a cooking show.
Yeah.
And
That's right. Yeah.
And they were like,
if it had a bit of this, it would be more like a British carbonara.
Yeah.
If my grandmother had wheels,
she would have been a bike.
That's such a good clip.
It was such a
Every
good
time I
comeback,
come
yeah.
across that one, I watch it and I laugh.
And then they double up and they drop below the counter because they're laughing so hard.
yeah,
Man.
that's good.
It's so great.
Oh,
Just call them out. Because, no. Anyways, that bothers me so much. It's like you find a good recipe and someone's like, well, I did this. Well, I added walnuts. Well, I did this with baking powder. And I'm like, just stop.
Okay. Yep.
You can snort baking powder if you want to.
Exactly.
Not recommended.
Yeah, please don't do that.
We
do whatever you want. You do whatever you want,
dude. Sorry, I just got an alert for the Shattern State game. Dude, I was talking to somebody and I said, I think the only reason that CSU Pueblo would win is because they're home. Literally. Scores 27 to 30, and it was at CSU Pueblo for the RMAC championship.
Oh man!
I think if it was in
destroyed by them.
I think if it was in Shattern, I think Shattern had a legit shot to beat them. I think they're that close to being
So what happens
quality
now?
together. Now we're an at-large bid. If we'd have won, we'd have been guaranteed a spot in the playoffs. Now we're an at-large. We still could win tomorrow. There'll be, by now this episode will come out, they'll already know, but I would assume with it being that close and being at CSU Pueblo that Shattern will still win an at-large bid. But anyway.
You could explain that to me later.
Yeah. Well, but anyway, I just got the notification on my phone. That was a close game, dude.
Dang, man.
That's crazy. And
GG,
CSU
fellas.
Pueblo is ranked
GG's.
in top 5. They're good. They're good.
They're usually pretty good.
Oh, they're good. They're like, I legit thought they had a shot at the title good, and we just lost them by 3 points is all. Anyway.
An away game.
All that, at an away game at CSU Pueblo for the RMAC Championship. So people showed up for that because of the nature of the game. That atmosphere had to have been insane.
Speaking of the atmosphere.
Oh, the atmosphere.
The one that we missed, man.
There's some toros. Must be some toros in the atmosphere. I say, oh, yo. Ice. Slow it down.
I held it for so long. The way you trailed off.
Oh, man. Okay, so today's episode, our whole purpose in this episode was I kind of wanted to revisit some of the old like Bigfoot stuff because every once in a while somebody's like, oh, when did you guys talk about Bigfoot? And I'm like, oh yeah, it was so early. It was like on some of our first episodes that we really dove into it, and we haven't been back for a little while.
Did you see? I think I forgot to send it to you. Did you see? Because it was like I think it was like a 5-minute video or something like that. The clip of I think it was an older interview. It's at least a couple years old, I'm sure. This probably mid-20s guy from he was like southeast. I want to say it was Appalachian area, and he was out coon hunting, and he like swears he saw Bigfoot, and it was like the interview wasn't like a news media thing. It was I think it was like maybe a local news somebody or other, but somebody was asking him about it, and it was like a really like low quality camera, like it was not a professional interview, and he was just talking about it, and like the way he described it was very, very. It was detailed enough as like, whoa, this dude like fully believes that this is what he saw, and like he was pretty convinced of what it was. I'll have to try to find that.
You have
hunt it
one of
down
those
again,
too now,
send it to you.
right? When we were in Spearfish. Do you remember that dude at the gas station?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I don't think you've shared that yet.
Yeah, no.
This is probably not the thing that you initially wanted to share.
No, I totally forgot about that.
But,
My brain did
yeah,
not
do you
remember.
remember
I wish I
enough?
would have. I wish I would have thought about it ahead of time. But basically, yeah, I was at the gas
nothing
station.
to do with you. You
Yeah.
were just a spectator.
I didn't have any identifiable anything. I just was
no
wearing
Bigfoot
like
memorabilia.
I think I was
Yeah,
wearing
no.
a polo because
Yeah.
we had gone to church or something like that. So I wasn't, because I was thinking we wanted to take pictures or something. I don't remember. I wasn't nothing Bigfoot, nothing anything like that. And I'm in the gas station in Spearfish, and they have this thing. They have some Bigfoot memorabilia stuff up at the gas station there. And a guy walks up and he's like, "Oh, you know that's real, right?" And the cashier was like, "Yeah, I mean, it's real right here." And the guy was like, "No. Like Bigfoot, he's real." And the cashier was kind of like you could tell he was like, "This is awkward." And I was like, I want to listen to this. And so the guy starts explaining. He's like, "Yeah, I saw him. We were out on a trail up south of town by Spearfish or whatever, and saw him like clear as day from like 100 yards away, something like that." And he's like, I spent a lot of time hunting.
Didn't you say he was a logger too?
That's what it was, logger. I spent a lot of time out in the woods. I'm a logger. I know what animals look like in Bigfoot's. And he's like, I swear, like, he's like, trust me, Bigfoot's real. And I was like, hey, but at the moment I was like, I kind of wanted to talk to him, but at the same time we were celebrating our anniversary and I didn't want to spend like half an hour talking to this logger and then Courtney be like, "Bro, what are we doing the rest of the night?" You know,
Weirder things have happened.
I know, but because it was our anniversary, had it not been our anniversary, I'd have been like, "I want to record this conversation. Please come here." But no. So I just kind of listened to him briefly, and yeah, he was.
And
he
you
was talking
said
about,
that he looked like a legit dude.
and he probably
He
was. He was probably
he didn't have
30.
crazy eyes.
Yeah, he was probably 30, maybe closer to my age. Very clean cut. Looked like he had everything together. Yeah. And he went to his pickup. It was a nice pickup. You could tell like somebody who spends a lot of time on country roads, his pickup was like set up for that. And yeah, just just zero doubt in his face. Like it was like, this is real. This is legit. And I was like, dude, that is so crazy. And it's picking up steam. And one of the things I was talking about on the Christian Theological Dark Web podcast was I brought up that like it seems like these things are starting to ramp up.
Yeah.
It seems like sightings are happening more and more frequently. It seems like now whether that is actually sightings that are happening more often or if people are starting to realize that like these sightings happen often enough that it's not weird to share them.
Yeah.
And so it seems like people are actually sharing stuff more.
There's a lot of weird stuff going on lately too. I mean, it's
for
almost
real.
like, yeah, I don't know. It's almost like, I don't know where I was going with that. Like it's not as taboo to share, but also it's just like people are more willing to accept and see the strange or more likely to see the strange when there's already so much strangeness going on.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. Well, and I almost wonder if there's a little bit of it because COVID kind of sent everybody outdoors.
Yeah.
A lot more people go hiking now than did pre-2020. And
Especially
so
during the shutdown with like national parks and stuff. And
I wonder if sightings didn't increase just because we're out more, you know?
Yeah.
And people are having to face the reality of sometimes there's things that you don't need. Now, yeah, sometimes mistaken identity. There was that one picture that went viral. It looked like a Bigfoot bending over. The guy that posted, everybody was like, "Oh, that's AI." Like just bending down to grab something.
Okay. Yeah.
Bro, where is your mind today?
Okay, can you cut that out?
No, that is absolutely staying. Why would I cut that? That is hilarious. Anyway, it looks like Bigfoot like bending down. And everybody's like, "That's AI, that's AI, that's AI." No, it was a real picture. But the guy who took it then posted the second picture, and it was just a bear. It was a bear that was standing up, kind of crouched forward weird, and the angle of it made it look like a squatting Bigfoot. He's like, no, it was a bear. I never meant. He's like, I shared this like meaning to show you that this was a bear. I thought everybody would assume that's what it was, but everybody's assuming it was AI Bigfoot. And it was like, no, it was an actual bear. So there is some mistaken identity. I know that happens. And so, but the thing that I saw when we were at the state park, and if you hadn't listened to the episode, one of the early episodes, I share about one of my stories that ironically, I saw it after we started the show, not before it, which is wild to me. But Phil was out with me playing disc golf, and I hear somebody yell my name. I stop and I look, and I see a shadow figure in the shape of, well, the only thing I could say is it looked like a Bigfoot. Like, you ever see Ashton Genty, his stance, the Michael Myers pose? Do you know what I'm talking about? The running back?
No.
He was the Boise.
No, you're not asking me.
He played for Boise, and his stance, he's a running back. Like phenomenal running back in college, like legacy, like one of the best that's ever come in college football. His stance when he's in the backfield, he just stands there like Michael Myers. So like,
okay,
the serial killer movie genre. Yeah. Anyway, so it kind of looked like Bigfoot standing in that pose. And then as I'm slowly walking, because I'm trying to figure out what this is, it's just black. It's dark. And as I'm walking, I pass next to like a tree or something like that. And as it passes, it's gone once I come from the other side. And then I walk backwards and it was just gone. And then Phil was like, "What's up, dude?" And I was like,
dude, he was so like zoned in on not playing disc golf for like, I don't know, 2 or 3 minutes.
I just stared.
Like it was a couple minutes,
Yeah.
and he was just looking the other direction. I'm just like, what the crap is going on? Like, are you good? Like, what happened? And then was it there or was it later? He was there.
It was there because I tried to see if you could see what maybe I saw.
Do you see anything over there? I'm like,
and then I asked if you heard anybody call my name, and you said no, right?
Yeah, no, I didn't hear or see anything.
And so it might not have been Bigfoot. Like, I'll be real. Based off of what I've learned about cryptids now in hindsight, because at the time I was like, yeah, it was Bigfoot. It had to have been Bigfoot. But now in hindsight, I almost wonder if it was a shadow figure. Because the shadow people or whatever, the shadow figures, they are known to try to call out your name. And whereas Bigfoot isn't usually calling your name out. He's usually grunting or squealing.
Lurking.
Yeah.
Lurking.
I don't know. I can't do the
Did
Bigfoot
we cover
call.
shadow people? Did I miss that?
I think maybe we just did as a part of an episode, maybe we haven't. I'll go through the
talking about
the episode.
Yeah, I don't think we
Because
fully
we're
covered
kind
that.
of
Maybe we
reviewing
covered-
stuff that we've
yeah.
talked about, right?
I think so, yeah.
Yeah. So like mine is the Benadryl Hat Man.
Yeah.
Because I was not expecting, because once again, I thought that it was a joke. It was like you were mispronouncing Benedict Cumberbatch's name.
Yeah.
And then Phil started talking about it. And I was like, oh, wait, yeah, that dude. Like, I used to have dreams about him all the time, specifically standing in my doorway at night. Yeah.
Well,
so, yeah.
There was an episode of the Blurry Creatures
Without
there was
Benadryl, by the way. Unless my parents slipped me some Benadryl.
which is probable.
Which is possible.
No, I would say probable.
We should probably talk about that more off air.
Hey, somebody talked about it. It was like my parents. Oh yeah, it was on the show. It was like our parents drug us to church, and they were like, "Hopefully, you meant like drag them." I was like, "Well, probably both." Just knowing our parents, there's a good chance it was both. And I think they thought we were joking. And Mike and I were like, "No, bro, there's a good chance."
Goodness.
Knowing our parents, there's a good chance there was some Benadryl in there. Anyway, there was an episode of Blurry Creatures that there was a family that claimed they saw Bigfoot at the Badlands, and the Blurry guys were like, "That sounds more like I don't remember what they called it, but one of the things they said it could have been was the Shadow Man," and I was like, "You know what? Badlands it literally is shared with the reservation, and I wouldn't be surprised with just the amount of energy, we'll just say that, if it would have been a shadow person." And then Ricky asked, he was like, "Why do you think the state park's such an active place?" So maybe Phil, I'll ask you that. So on the show I kind of explained that, because we're so close, like the reservation, this whole area was a very big hotbed of like the Native American Wars. There's Fort Robb right down the road, which has its own notoriousness and all that stuff. But the state park specifically, I don't know of anything in particular that occurred out there. Do you? Maybe you know.
Not anything that I've ever read
Besides
or heard
fires.
about in terms of
There was
historical context.
There was a senator that lived out there at one point in
just
time.
because, it's not written down doesn't mean it didn't happen either. Like, who knows?
There are a lot of weird, and this is totally random, but there are weird, like, just steps in the middle of nowhere out there that I'm guessing used to be a part of a trail. That between hole 6 and hole 8 in that little weird area.
On the disc golf course.
Yeah, there's just like steps and there's nothing there. No trail, no nothing.
Yeah.
I'm like, that's weird. But
Just giving a little bit of context because you said between hole 6 and 7.
Oh yeah,
I'm like,
on disc golf course out of the same. Yeah, sorry. But have you ever heard the legends about like don't ever take stairs that lead to nowhere?
Wendigoon had an episode on that. Yeah.
The state park has multiple places where there's stairs that lead to nowhere. But I think it's just knowing the state park, most likely just old trail systems that
Yeah,
they moved
probably.
on
that
from.
sounds like old like Scottish kind of folklore. That sounds like
Yeah.
old like
Yeah.
European folklore.
I think so.
Yeah.
I think it's because if you take it, it's like the fair, like it's not fairies, but it's something.
It could be fairies.
Yeah, that
honestly.
sounds like
'Cause-
something Gaelic or Norse.
Yes.
It does. But
Yeah.
yeah,
Because
but
there's
there is
like
weird
fairy
stuff like
rings,
that.
like the trees make, like
Yeah,
yeah,
So
like fairy rings, and then like when trees intersect, like
Yeah.
overhead, I think that's like and they create
Yeah.
like a natural arch and stuff. I don't know if that's Native American culture, but like
fairy
that those create a
circles and
portal. Yeah.
yeah.
Anyways.
I don't know.
The shadow people thing reminds me of something, and I hadn't ever really thought about this as anything other than just the way he was describing certain people. But I remember when my original he was chief deputy when I was working in my first agency. He was talking to me about where he used to work, and at night the shadow people would come out, and like I thought he just meant because the way that people in that area behaved. And I'll tell you more about him later, but I don't
You
want to.
just thought he was being racist.
Not that's racist. It's just like these people were sketchy, and talking about sketchy people. But the way he talked about them and the way they behaved, it's like you do kind of wonder if there's more to it than just people being shady. I don't know.
Hat shady.
Yeah, shadow shady. I don't know if he meant it that way or not, but I just talking about it, I was like, I've thought about his words regarding that many times, and now I think about it a little different.
Dude, for real. We, not really shadow people, but when we got back from Light Conference, dude, it's like when we went to the conference, we were gone for 5 days, something like that. It seemed like when we got back, something demonic had moved in and tried to set up shop or something, because like dishes,
Where?
like
here?
it sounded like there was like dishes falling on the floor, and like I'd go in there and there's nothing on the floor, stuff moving around, and it just felt tense
in rooms that we hadn't even even been in the kitchen yet, because we came home and just put the boys to bed. And
it was weird. And then obviously I'm gonna pray, and we haven't had any issues since then, but it was whatever it was moving some crap, or trying to make us think it was moving crap.
Okay.
And so we prayed it out, we cast it out, and we haven't heard anything. I haven't heard anything.
I have a
since
question.
then, but
Do you think the like empty house smell is not like smelling the empty house, but it's like
we did.
the
Our house
absence of-
smelled
We just
weird when
talked
we
about
got
that.
home.
okay?
It smelled like stale, and I'm like, is this just because I've gone nose blind to our house's
Right.
smell? Does it
Right.
always smell this bad, or is it just because the air didn't move in here for a few days, or what?
So what if? Yeah.
Either
What
way.
if that staleness is whatever moved in?
Yeah, I was wondering about that because like there is a feeling
It
when
wasn't
you
like that
get
at
back.
night, though.
There's a feeling when you get back from a trip, and Like something's off.
Your
Like,
house feels weird.
Feels
Yeah.
unfamiliar.
Yes,
Yeah.
your house feels off for a split second.
And you haven't been gone long enough to like forget
No.
how your house feels.
Absolutely not.
There's something different about that.
And it's
not 100% every time either. Like
Right.
it
Yeah.
varies.
and it's not typically when you just leave for like the day.
No.
It's usually when you've been gone for a couple days.
Well, I mean, that's kind
Yeah.
of my thing too, is because like you can pray over your house and claim authority and like ask the Holy Spirit to
Right.
dwell. But like we've
you're
done
not
that a
there.
lot, and we still face some spiritual attack and stuff and
Right.
have to like re-pray and redo it. So why isn't it like once and for all? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, why do you have to keep re-upping it? And even
Well-
right after you prayed, it's just, is it someone is specifically praying like spiritual attack on you in those moments, and that's when you have to re-up your prayers? Like, I've always wondered, because there's not like a handbook for this.
Right. I think that kind of attests to, and we haven't really talked about it. Maybe we need to do an
I
episode.
try and
on-
write this accurately into my book, but I'm like, there's like no standard for it. So
Right.
like, but I've thought about this a lot because I have to write that kind of thing into what I'm currently writing. So
Maybe we ought to do an episode on like the spirit world battles, because I mean there is a race of angels that their job is to like, they're guardian
Yeah.
angels.
yeah,
Right.
There's actual like that's actually a thing.
Yeah.
And so why would we need guardian angels if nothing was going to try to attack us?
Yeah.
Why would there be angels that were designed to protect
Right.
or that
well,
are
where did I
charged
hear that
to
lately
protect
too?
us?
Someone was like which angel did this? Was it Michael? And they were like, no, Michael's a warrior angel. He's
Yeah.
the one who
He's not.
he's the one who slays Satan in the end, or something like that, right? And I was
Yeah,
like,
I
where
think
does
so.
this come from? Like,
Yeah.
am I just not that like brushed up on my like Revelation scripture, like end time scripture? Like,
It's not in Revelation. I think that's in. Oh no, that might. I
yeah,
might.
and
I need to
that's-
touch up on
there's-
it too.
I know there's a lot of where it's like where does the Bible end in like extra biblical stuff,
Yeah,
you know, or tradition, or
Context
just,
and other documents
Yes.
that weren't included.
Yeah.
And stuff like that.
I there's a lot more
There's
in
a
the
lot of
Bible
that.
than you think is in the Bible.
Yeah.
because it's here and there. It's pieced together. It's not like there's not a chapter on angels. You know what I mean? But they'll say something like the angels that were guardian guardian angels the angels that were guarding the
garden.
the garden.
Yeah.
Man, my brain could not think of the word garden.
Garden the garden.
There were cherub, and so
Come on.
there's some people believe that Satan himself was a cherub that tempted them while he was there, and now that's but just based on the way and some of it comes from what is written and kind of just reading the
Reading
lines
in
and like
between
really see what
lines.
you're
Yeah.
seeing, and some of it is actually in the words, because in the original context of the words, you know, where we even see like Elohim, that's not exclusive to just God. Spiritual beings were tagged with that, and so it exists. And so sometimes even just knowing the original words change the way we look at it, and that happens a lot. And I will say this, in our Western translations, a lot of times, instead of translating something literally, they will translate something to a Western thinking of it.
Yeah.
So instead of it talking about like specifically like concubines, like basically vampire-esque creatures, it'll just say beasts. And it's like,
Yeah.
there's a dramatic
Right.
taking liberties
Yeah.
to translate it beasts when it means something different.
Okay.
Yeah.
So
And so that happens a lot in our Western translations.
So-
a lot.
do you think, and there may be a like very concrete answer to this, but do you think like the different levels, races, tiers, whatever you want to call them, of angels when they fell, do you think those stuck with kind of their themes, their jobs, their personalities, if you will, their purposes?
Yeah.
Do you think that stayed similar but in like a reverse or
an unholy
a
flip to it.
Yeah, I would say
converse inverse.
I would say there's absolutely ranks in the demonic. There's absolutely ranks. There's ranks of angels as well. And it's I would say sometimes it's a case of like I think like Lucifer, I still think he's very active in the music industry because he was the lead worshiper. But I also think that he's active in other areas as well because he's extremely intelligent. I don't think they necessarily stick to what their roles were as angels,
but they had do have different talents and abilities and purposes.
Like a watcher that fell is going to be very observant. And I think the watchers report on humans to the dark side, on the watchers that had fallen report on humans, and when humans are vulnerable and this kind of stuff. And I do think they translate all that stuff to the enemy instead of God. Okay.
What kind of what if you were to see a watcher, or if you were a watcher, if you were a fallen angel that then became an observer, what kind of form and what kind of places do you think you might hang out in? What do you think that might look like?
If I were fallen, like trying to think like the enemy,
if you were that creature, and then you were gonna like just kind of observe humanity.
I don't like that laugh.
I want to hear your answer first.
I don't know. I don't have an answer.
Well, my answer, I'm just thinking Bigfoot, man. Like it's you're just kind of you're the guy that's just kind of lurking around watching stuff, and then once in a while, you're visible.
I'd be introvert. Leave me
you
alone.
Were thinking on a totally different realm of thought than I was. I was saying,
let's hear your direction.
Walmart. I would just chill as a cashier, or I would just chill at Walmart, dude.
You just ruined every super center I have ever been to and ever will go to again. You just ruined it. I can never.
Why are Walmarts so creepy at 7 o'clock at night?
We need to go watch some like Walmart compilations now,
bro. In Walmart, dude, I would hang out totally. I would just hang out. Grocery store.
I hate how right you are.
Even during the day. Like I never feel good about going shopping at Walmart. Like
maybe
it's like a necessary evil.
That explains exactly why I feel so awful about Walmart. I hate going inside that building. I loathe it. It is my least favorite place in this town.
If I can get something from a gas station, I'll just get it from the gas station. Like energy drinks are cheaper at Walmart. I am not going to go to Walmart.
Pickup orders are the greatest thing that Walmart has ever done. I love that so much because you don't have to go inside. There's a lot of other reasons that I hate being in Walmart, and my wife will happily explain all of the reasons that I hate it because she hears about it every time and has for 5 years. But yeah, that also explains like the negative energy feeling that I get in there. That would totally explain it.
I would totally.
I know someone that might be.
Probably the same person that growled at me or at Bennett.
I forgot about that.
But anyway,
my gosh.
Well, but no, back to your point of it being a Bigfoot. Yeah, that'd be a great place to just watch. Man. If you were a fallen angel and you were to appear in your original form. And I just got done listening to the Kingdom Wars by Jack Kavanaugh. He takes some liberties that I don't necessarily think I would ever take in my thought process when it comes to like angels and Nephilim and stuff like that. But it's a good story. I highly recommend it. Read them. They're short. They're easy to read. Good stories. His first book is by far the best. Second one is the second best. Third one, he takes some liberties I'm not a big fan of, but I still love the story.
Right.
But he really explores that world of like, what does the angel world look like?
Right.
And
I love that you both just finished books that I recommended to you. It just makes me feel really good.
That's true.
Damn. Good authors. Takes one to know one. Good job.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah, it's true.
We'll see.
It's true.
We'll see about me.
But
I enjoy your work.
Speaking of, if you haven't, go to CourtneySherlock.com.
Yeah.
Right?
Yep.
And download Courtney's short story.
You have to sign up for my newsletter first.
Yeah, sign up for a newsletter and read her short story, because eventually when her book will come out at some point, it's almost like a sneak peek into that world, and it's phenomenal. It's good. So go read it.
Thank you.
Take a second, go read. If you haven't read it yet, go read it. Anyway, back to he kind of takes some liberties of like he calls them in the third book, he calls them what does he call them? What's the term for
I've only read the first book. You went ahead of me in this series because I'm reading other things right now.
What's it called in Rome? The Colosseum. I think he calls them like Colosseum events or something like that.
Oh.
Where
Gladiator battles.
No, I don't remember. Anyway,
I don't know.
But basically, he
I was
calls
thinking
it,
you were looking for like Centurion or
That's
something
what I
like
was.
that.
That's
no, yeah.
Initially,
No, so he basically attributes like these big events that happen that are just like dramatic and like imagining like a window was getting ready to be put in, and then the window blinded a driver, and then the driver accidentally hit his brakes too fast, and then somebody else swerved around them and then hit somebody. He calls these like they're basically orchestrated events that the enemy orchestrates and plans
So basically
for their
the
agenda.
Final Destination movies.
Basically, but it's the demonic forces just basically trying to orchestrate these events in order to take people out that they're trying to like get revenge on that they hate or whatever.
Never
And
drive
it's
behind a truck full of logs.
that actually did happen.
What?
Yeah, it actually happened a couple months ago. I saw pictures of it on Facebook that it didn't end up taking anybody out, like nobody died, but it did come unchained and it just slammed through the center of somebody's car.
You know the people driving
Crazy.
directly behind it were not millennials.
Yeah, guaranteed.
Yeah,
they
no,
were. Yeah,
no.
No.
I refuse. But anyway,
We all
Kids never
know.
watched those movies. Ever.
We've been new.
right. But
Anyhow,
the reason I like the way he explains things is because he kind of talks about it. It's like, I think sometimes in our Western thinking, we think of the spirit realm in a very just linear, like, oh, they exist and they're trying to tempt me and they're whispering in my ear to tempt me and blah, blah, blah. And I mean, even some Christians believe that demons are just in your head.
Yes.
And they're not actual literal
It's just
demons.
your negative thoughts.
Just your negative thoughts. And we had people leave Chi Alpha because I don't teach that. No, I like these are extremely intelligent beings that are literally hell-bent set to get people to blaspheme God and to worship them instead. These are not just Phil, you're tempted. You want to go sin and take some meth. Oh, don't do it. Like, that's not what a demon is. And we
I love that they have an old lady voice. I guess they're,
exactly.
millennia
you think of old ladies
so.
as being sweet, like, you're gonna be tempted. Like, that's not the
Take the candy from the child.
right. That's
Take
not the
candy,
spirit
it's
realm.
delicious.
For real. That's not the spirit realm. So my thought process of like when we leave the house, our guardian angels come with us.
Yeah.
And then something comes in and they're like, all right, I'm going to hide. I'm going to hide in the kitchen. They'll never see me. And then we come home and then the guardian angel's like, bro, get out. And he's like, no, you can't make me. And then the guardian angel's like, bro. And then there's a battle going on in the kitchen. And then the guardian angel's like beaten. Like,
That
there's
sounds
a
more
fight.
like Frank Peretti.
Yeah. For real though. There's a fight going on and then all of a sudden some silverware gets flown and then the guardian angel's like, put that back quick. So then, my guardian angel then puts the dish back really quick and we walk in and we can't see anything. We have no clue anything's going on, but there was straight up like a skirmish in our kitchen. That's kind of how I view it as it happens.
Huh.
And then we pray and I feel like that brings in God's power in that situation. So then the favor then goes towards God's creatures because now his face is shining upon it. That's how Frank Peretti kind of talks about it too.
Yeah.
And that's kind of more along the lines of how I view the spirit world. I don't view it as just these little gremlins that sit on our shoulder and tempt us and just whisper in our ears.
Do you believe that we each have a personal guardian angel then? Or do you believe that God just has angels and sentries that he sends to us in immense times of need?
I don't
hear
know.
all these guardian angels.
I think we
and
do.
stuff, and I'm like, I don't know what to. I don't know. What
If
to think
we
about
don't each have one, there is like a race of guardian angels that is their job is to guard over humans. So
I think Frank Peretti, I think he mentions it in like there's the big bad and the big good angels and demons who are they stay local to certain parts of the world, but then this is
Principalities.
so and so's territory.
Yeah.
Like,
He's
this
talking
is
about-
this angel's territory. It's like the Midwest is this angel's territory.
That would be
Yeah.
principalities.
Yeah.
And I believe in that absolutely. Because the scripture is very clear that our we battle not against flesh and blood,
Yeah.
but the dark rulers and principalities. And I think the principalities is the region, the leaders of the region that have made claim
I've
over
just
it.
never known the distinction between those specific things in that verse.
I mean, you could tell spiritually it feels different coming up here to the Shadron near the reservation than it does, in South Nebraska.
Yeah.
There is I think there is a principality over this region. I really do. And I think that's why there's such high poverty, such high depression, such high drug use, such high, just all of that stuff. Violence is high. Everything's high in this region, and per capita should not be as high as it is. Cause there's like a little hot spot when you look at like all the different things, like the, like even just missing people. There's a hot spot over this region. I think that they think there is a principality over this region. And I don't necessarily even think that it's like because of the reservation or anything like that. But I think that maybe the principality chose that region because of the reservation. Not that the reservation caused it, but
It's not the reservation itself, but
Right.
it's a result of that being an area that
But that
is prime real estate.
There's
for
a
that.
high concentration of people who are
Yeah.
anti-Christian in that area, because of and they're in full force in their defense because of what the very broken Catholic like monks and stuff did to them early on. Like, I would be anti-Christian too if that had happened to my people. And so I'm not taking any validity to their reasoning, but there's a high concentration of people who are anti-God. That's a prime real estate for a principality.
Yeah.
And it'll affect the whole region. I absolutely think there's a principality, but I don't necessarily think, so maybe each Christian gets a guardian angel. When you become a Christian, boom, you have a guardian angel. I don't know.
So are there some just waiting on standby? Like, Jimmy hasn't become a Christian yet, but as soon as he does, I'm gonna go wreck that demon.
I don't know. I mean, maybe. Does God still create angels, or have all of the angels that were going to be created have been created?
Like the penny. Oh,
Yeah, penny by penny.
goodbye, penny.
The crazy thing about the penny is the penny saw the start of the U.S. It saw 47 presidents, and it never once saw a Bills Super Bowl.
Dang!
Win.
Wow.
Or Vikings, for that matter. Sorry if you guys follow us. I love you guys. My heart goes out, man. You guys, the penny.
Who said they bought 4 of the last 5?
I don't remember.
Somebody commented that.
I don't
Was it
remember. I
Commandy?
feel like I saw that.
Commandy? Was it? It was someone in the Discord,
It was
right?
Commandy or Monkey.
Yeah, I
remember.
genuinely don't know.
Somebody did.
But yeah.
Good for you.
Anyways,
Liar.
so you see principalities as like the evil
Vikings.
force
Oh.
is the principality, not like
It could be
like
the
the
ruler.
evil forces are working through the principalities.
I think-
and the people, because ultimately the fellow humans are not our ultimate enemy to be taken out, but does it mean that the government and people who hold power, so those kinds of principalities, like human principalities, are affected and demonized?
I think that it's I think the
You know
principality,
what I mean?
if I
And
were
the one world government and
if I were to define a principality, I would define it as a set region that is ruled by let's say
so
a
it's
prince.
very territorial.
Yeah,
That makes sense.
it's a region
That
that
is
is
how Peretti
it,
does.
it has a leader. There is a leader over the principality, and the demons within those ranks answer to that leader, and that leader would then be
Like
the principality,
Gotcha.
quote unquote. But it's the region as well.
But it's
It's kind of
his
like
ranks,
his
his little
territory.
infantry
Yeah.
that he deploys.
That's kind of how I see it. I wanted to see. So the word is archai. That's me still. I'm sorry. If it's coming through on the thing, probably anyway. The closest definition to the original word of archai is the rulers / first primary powers. That's how the original word is.
First primary powers. So top of the hierarchy.
Yeah.
Okay.
So there could be technically
I didn't like the way you
demonic
said that.
or angelic.
What?
I don't like the way you said that.
Yeah.
Say it again.
What?
Hierarchy.
Top of the
Hierarchy.
hierarchy? What did I say?
No, I
Did I say-
thought it was hierarchy.
Did I say? I think that's one of those words I say interchangeably.
I didn't like it.
Hierarchy.
Hierarchy.
You didn't like it?
Hierarchy.
I didn't like hierarchy.
You didn't like hierarchy?
No.
Hierarchy?
Hierarchy.
Hierarchy.
I don't know why.
So you liked the way I said it? First?
No.
Oh. I thought you said
I like
you liked
hierarchy.
it. Okay.
No, I said I did not like the way you
Oh.
said that.
I thought you
I-
said I liked the way you, and I was like,
Sorry, I totally
Thank
just
you.
derailed that.
oh,
But
sorry.
This semester,
Hierarchy.
hierarchy.
stop.
I learned words by reading books first, and then I
Hierarchy.
mispronounce them for
Okay,
my
I
entire
think here's
life.
the reason that I like it hierarchy, because it's like rating things like higher and lower. And it's so that's how I remembered it. That's how I made that word stick in my brain.
Yes.
And so,
Yeah.
and that's the only way I've ever heard it said. I've never heard somebody say
Hierarchy?
Hierarchy.
I heard it both ways.
you
Hierarchy.
stop.
Anarchy. Okay, let's go.
So this school year, I've actually been specifically praying against the dark principality over our college.
Oh,
Specifically.
you didn't tell me that.
Yeah, I've been praying a lot against it.
Cool.
And praying that it would be replaced with a leader that is of angelic, non-fallen nature.
Oh.
Because I do feel
So
like even
mean.
going onto our campus, you can feel
Yeah.
there's a
change in favor.
and
yeah.
the season changes it too. When school is in session, the campus feels different,
That's
and it
true.
doesn't feel. It's not like all of a sudden there's more life, because
Yeah,
that would
no.
make it feel good.
No. It's
No,
oppressive.
it feels dark.
It's
when
oppressive.
students start in school at Shatner State College, it feels dark. The campus as a whole does. Now, there's moments where people are active and doing things that feel good, but the campus as a whole, the town as a whole, when students come back, it feels dark for a moment. And so I've been praying specifically against the principalities that come and go with the season, of the dark principalities.
I've always just assumed that it's like little peon demons that come and go with the students.
And that could be too, but
to imagine like an extra layer to it, that's
but why?
very interesting.
If you were a demon, why would you not have some hierarchy on that?
no,
You've
for
got
real.
thousands
For
of
real.
people who are not Christian congregating in the
'Cause
same
that's
region.
something in my
super
measly 30
influential.
years that I haven't thought of, but
Yeah.
they've been around a lot longer.
I think that's why the college system is such a hotbed of. I mean, even look at what happened with the Charlie Kirk stuff.
Yeah.
You know, it's like the college is ground zero when it comes to
Yeah.
the political. I'll say political back and forth, but take the politics away. There's spiritual.
Yeah.
And I think the colleges
think
are
Charlie
a very
saw that too.
spiritual battle.
Yeah.
And absolutely. I've very specifically been praying against the principalities at our college. And I think it would be do us good, all of us, to be praying against that.
Yeah.
But anyway,
The other thing I hear a lot, which I haven't believed and I haven't seen any scripture backing it up, and I think is probably heretical, is that when your loved ones die and go to heaven, they become angels.
yeah, no, I don't believe in that.
Yeah, no.
I think that there's the belief that they watch over us.
Yes, and that they can
And-
see activity
yeah.
on Earth even after they've departed and gone on, or are somehow aware of it.
And I think that's in the great cloud of witnesses that
Yeah.
it talks about, Hebrews.
Yeah.
I think that is included in the great
Jesus-
cloud of witnesses. Yeah.
Jesus was standing at the right hand of God to welcome Stephen
Yeah.
as he was being martyred.
Right.
So
and I think that there's
It's
and
just
for
is
me-
that for the rest of us who aren't Jesus and
Right.
God.
And so for me,
So-
I actually believe that there's more power in that we don't become angels. Because I think if we did become angels, I feel like that kind of creates this like, oh, when we die, we then graduate to angel status.
Right.
Whereas the reality is, I
Right.
think that no, when we die,
we get our
to be
wings.
pure
No,
humans.
We get our heavenly bodies.
We get to be in
and-
in our heavenly bodies. I think that's more powerful than that we become angels. And I think that they
It's
are
how
a
we
part
were
of
meant to be
the-
when we when Adam and Eve were in Eden. It's how it was. It's like that, but
Yeah.
they didn't, like, the fall didn't happen.
And I
Right?
absolutely do. Yeah. As if they never sinned before. And I do absolutely there. I think that they're part of the great cloud of witnesses.
Yeah.
And I think there's power in that
They
as
don't
well.
need wings for that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They don't need to be angels, you know? But now we're getting into Catholic territory
Okay.
of praying to the deceased, not
Right.
to them.
We
God
don't
will make that
pray
discharge. They pray.
we talk to him.
We ask
they
them
just
to
make
pray
some
for
big-
us.
Did they just make some, like, big changes?
They didn't make any big changes. They
Or
clarified
made
that
some
they won't
statements.
use the terminology of Mary being the queen
Gotcha.
of, you know, that whatever
Yes.
that we need to clarify it because it's confusing to people. And I don't know if it just makes it more confusing because their theology is. But anyway, I digress. I don't want to.
I know.
But they believe that they can pray to the deceased and not pray to them. I need to stop saying that.
Yeah.
They communicate and ask them to be praying for us.
Like, they intercede.
Yep.
It's intriguing.
us.
And you know, when you talk to someone who actually knows their stuff in the Catholic world, your challenge would be, why don't you just pray to God for us? And then they
Well,
come
Jesus
back
was
as
supposed to be the bridge.
right.
right.
And so why don't you just pray Jesus just on your own? And their comeback is, well, you ask people to be praying for you too, right? Why do you ask other people to pray for you on earth? Like, why do you, when you have a prayer request, why do you say, hey, could you be praying for me for this? Just pray for it for yourself. That's their comeback. And it's actually kind of a solid comeback. But so if they do have a great cloud of witnesses and we do have somebody who is literally there with Jesus, would it be smart for us to ask them to pray for us too?
Okay, hold on. I think I have a reasonable retort for that.
Bring it, because I
Okay.
need to.
Okay. So my thought is that a lot of the reason that prayer means something here is because you're praying based on faith, and you're praying to someone you can't see. You don't have a physical way to prove that they're there.
Right.
Whereas the great cloud of witnesses already knows they're there with him. Like they don't. There's no faith there. It's just like me looking to you and being like, "Hey, can you do the thing for the guy?" Like, instead of them asking for themselves or other people asking you, like it doesn't show anything. It doesn't do anything. If I have you and you know everybody listening to this podcast all praying based on faith to a God that they can't physically see, that means something.
Yeah.
That means a lot more than the people that are already there with him.
Let me play devil's
Asking for that.
advocate for a brief moment on
Okay.
that. Because I actually agree with you.
Okay.
But let me play devil's advocate for a moment. But how much more powerful would it be if, say, my mom if I had something I needed healing for, and that she was there with Jesus begging on my behalf to heal me?
Who says she's not already doing that, though? You know.
I know.
And
But that's to say is, you know, like I'm praying and I'm believing in this, and I'm like, hey, Mom, could you be praying for me on this? You know, so I think there is power.
I also don't necessarily have a problem with that.
I'm saying I may be coming a little bit softer on my anti that a little bit, just because of the retort that literally a Catholic said to me of just like, well, why do you ask for prayer then? Because you could just pray to Jesus yourself. And it's like, why do we ask for prayer? Why do we lay hands on people and pray for them? You know, because Jesus could just do it himself. We could just pray to Jesus to do it, you know, and.
But then we talk about like speaking in tongues and stuff and using it for your prayer language. And that's so that you can, like, the Holy Spirit can take your prayers and send them directly to heaven.
Yeah.
So the Holy Spirit does that. So we have a more direct line
Right.
to the throne room of God. So why would we need to deviate and go to other people first when it's just boom, you to Holy Spirit to Jesus, you know,
Right.
to God. So
I agree. But again, going to kind of diverting back of like, why do we ask people to pray for us then? If we have that direct line, why should I ask you, hey, Courtney, could you be praying? I've got a headache. Why?
It increases my love for you.
Okay.
I do think,
So-
I think part of it has to do with the community and the fellowship and the body of
Yeah, I was going to say you touch on. Yeah, I was saying
and,
you
and
touch on
coming
a
together.
powerful part.
That is there's an effect to that.
I think there
And
is absolutely power in me praying for you for something because it does build that bond. Yeah.
And again, I don't necessarily have a problem with like being like, you know, man, talking to someone that's gone, that you miss, that you loved, that you cared about, and that cared about you. I don't think there's a problem with like feeling that connection, being like, man, mom, dad, whoever.
Yeah.
I could use some prayers down here.
Or
I don't have a problem
Mom.
with it. The issue that I have with it is the ritualism of and the what it symbolizes to me of coming together and speaking to someone other than God.
That's
directly.
I would take a step further because like me asking my mom for prayers, that I feel like, okay, because on earth I did.
Yeah.
But me asking like Saint Benedict,
Right.
Yeah.
Yep.
I have no connection with him.
Right.
Am I saying that his prayers are more powerful
Exactly.
Right.
than anybody else's
Then
prayers?
wouldn't that be idolatry?
And exactly.
That's
and
the
that's
issue
where
I have the issue with the implication of
polytheism.
what
Yes.
you're doing.
and
Yes,
that's
yes, yes.
where
Yep.
I think that it loses me completely. Like I said, I've softened a little bit to some of it. But that's where I get lost is because it's like I'm not going to pray to
I will
Saint
never-
Jude to
Right.
hey, talk to your brother for me, bud.
Hey,
Like, could
Elvis,
you
if you're up there.
yeah, well, like
Yeah.
well, like
Like,
Jude, be
you
like,
know,
like,
like-
hey James, could you talk to your brother for me and
I will never-
you know throw in a word for me? Like
I will never forget.
Who is he to listen to me?
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
like who am I that he would listen to me?
Yeah.
But Jesus does.
I'll
So why
never-
would I not just say it to Jesus rather than his brother?
Right.
Exactly.
Or his mom.
Right.
I'll never forget the first time that I was in a Catholic school and they did like the pause thing to like Mary, Mother of Jesus, pray for, or Mary, Mother of God, pray for us. I was like, what is going on? What are you people doing? Like that freaked me out. So I grew up in church. I'm familiar with prayer. I'm familiar with like this, all of it. But that like freaked me out. I think it's like 6th or 7th grade. I think it was junior high. And we were there for like a basketball game, but we were there early because the game was like immediately after school. And so school was still in.
Yeah.
And they like had a call out and pause for that. And everybody, and I was like, this is a cult. I was in 7th grade. I was like, this is a cult.
She raised the Son of God. She's done her.
Yeah, leave her alone.
Put the prayers on Adam and Eve then, because they're the ones
Also-
who messed it up in the first place.
Yeah.
Right.
And then there's the Immaculate Conception, which is not
Yes.
actually Jesus is being conceived. It's actually the fact that Mary, their belief in what the Immaculate Conception is that Mary then, when in the womb, was made, and there was an exception made for her, and they made sure to take away the sins for her so that she could then get pregnant with Jesus so that there would be no sin in Jesus. And I'm like, okay, why wouldn't they just do that to Jesus? Why
Yeah.
would they have to
Yeah.
do that to Mary
Yeah,
if
yeah,
they
yeah.
could have just done it to Jesus, which is what they did, which is what God did. He made sure that Jesus, but anyway, but I digress a little bit on that. So we'll talk about theology, but we are kind of coming to a natural closing point. And I want to say this: if you are a Catholic and
Yeah.
you disagree with everything we're saying,
Or
join
even
the Discord and argue
if
with
you
us.
think that we're misunderstanding and
Yeah.
you'd like to bring further illumination.
We value, and part of the reason we have a Discord, we value disagreements. We have a very, very healthy platform for you to disagree. We have disagreed with politics in there, and it's been healthy. We've disagreed religion, theology. We've disagreed. Man, me and Commandy go rounds with the end time
name the
theology
topic.
stuff. Yeah. And it's very healthy. Everybody comes with the same respect of like recognizing we have different viewpoints and we're not going to let this get out there. Everything you wish you could do and comment on like a feed or a post that people would actually listen to. That's what our Discord is.
Yeah.
It's actually very healthy discourse. So if you are Catholic or you think we're misbelieving, mishearing, misunderstanding something,
Misrepresenting.
Yes.
if you disagree with us, comment it. Let's duke
It's
it
been
out.
a while, so maybe we should give instructions on how to get into the Discord if you're not already in
Yeah,
it.
if you're not in our Discord, you just have to hit us up. Shoot us a message on any of our social medias. We're on TikTok,
personal
Instagram,
or
Facebook.
biblically accurate Bigfoot, just search
Yep.
for our name, find
Search
us.
for
That's
us.
us.
If you can't find us, you can just shoot me an email at biblicallyaccurate@yahoo.com and just say, hey, want the Discord. We've got a few people that's how they're in there. They heard the email. They don't mess around with social media.
It's always exciting to see the announcement of so and so has entered the chat or just dropped in or whatever.
And if you haven't been on the Discord for a while, but you're in there and you listen to this, just say hi every once in a while. Remind us that you're there and you're lurking. You know, even if you just like watching the conversation.
I'm a big lurker.
Yeah, I know you guys do. Me and Mike are very we comment heavy, but you guys lurk. But we're all there, and we're all part of the show.
That reminds me, I've actually had a huge influx of a lot more people lately who will just like message me directly if they're my friends and they're listening, and they'll just be like, "Oh, by the way, this," and comment something, and I'm like, "What are they talking about? What?" And it's like, "Oh, that's from the podcast. Oh, that was 3 episodes ago," and like I lose track, and I'm like, I forget.
Yeah, I'm gonna do a shout out.
And so, give context if you can. Please be kind to my poor mom brain. But no, I love it. And I love the fact that even like our friends who we don't get to see, you know, who are scattered across the U.S., who we don't get to see very often, I love that they get to tune in and hear our voices this often and stuff, and that it feels like they're just continuing a great conversation with us. And we love you guys. So thank you.
I'm gonna shout out Jacob. He is a fellow Chi Alpha colleague. I'm not going to say his last name or where he's at, but he listens to the show, and he makes some of the other staff listen with him on car rides and stuff like that.
That's amazing.
And he brought it up. He was talking about the show while we were at our conference, and we started talking about it in front of like Andy and those guys and stuff. And so like we're talking cryptids and Bigfoot and conspiracy theories, and I can't remember what conspiracy theory I ended up bringing up, but it made the environment instantly like fun. Just talking about random things. So shout out Jacob because he's a regular listener.
Does Andy listen?
No.
Turd? Why not?
Andy doesn't listen to podcasts.
No.
Andy doesn't listen to like consume content. He's
what a weirdo.
Busy.
Yeah.
And so
he only
was telling
sleeps
me,
like 3 hours a night.
I almost started complaining about how busy.
Freak.
I almost started complaining about how busy my October was, and then Andy was talking. He's like, I spoke at 4 retreats, and I was like,
and I'm putting up siding on
brother,
my house.
you did what? You spoke at 4 retreats? He's like, yeah, and our own retreat. And I was like, I cried after 2. Like, what are you doing to yourself, bro?
And they're putting up siding, like
and they're
new
putting up
siding.
bro.
Why his voice is perma destroyed.
Yeah, he's amazing.
Anyway,
I'll tell him I talked about him in this episode. See if he'll listen.
Right.
I'll tell Jacob.
That was interesting because you don't really talk
kidding,
about
you're not a freak, I
cryptids
love
and
you.
conspiracy theories a whole lot with him, do you?
No, but
So it was just like
this last
new part
year,
of you came out, and he was like, "What?"
This last year we talked about stuff. It was this last thing, but anyway, I know it's funny. We were gonna rehash Bigfoot, and we ended up talking about angels most of the time.
That's okay.
This was a fun episode.
Yeah.
I'll try to figure out what the title's gonna be, but
I'd like to dig deeper
sometimes.
into things in the Bible that seem a little like
blurry.
Yeah, I didn't want to
like
throw
preachers?
their tag in there. I wanted to like
Well, that's the funny
make it
thing
a
is
term
that
of
I don't-
ours,
Blurry Bible.
but a little blurry,
Biblically
a little,
blurry?
Yes, a little. You know they're biblically accurate because they're in the Bible, but they're a little.
Yeah, but how accurate
they're
is
a
our
little
Bible to the
cryptid,
Bible?
like, and just like look at the actual biblical context of them, and then just kind of speculate on what it might mean.
Yeah.
More.
I know
Yeah.
that too.
Yeah.
Return to the source material.
Word.
And then
All
go
right.
from there. Okay.
With that, don't forget to.
Like, subscribe,
No.
and be your BA best.
There you go.
Hey, let me just do it. Shut up.
Okay.
Be your biblically accurate best.
There you
We love
go.
you.
yeah.
I wasn't.
Shut up. Just shut up. Just close it.
I thought you were forgetting it, and
No, I wasn't forgetting.
that's
Just
on
close
me.
it.
That was me. That was my bad. I take full responsibility for that. All right. Don't forget to like, subscribe, like he just said, because I usually say that, and so my OCD
That's why
forced
it's
me
weird.
to say it.
Just let me go. We love you.
Join the Discord. Do it. Rate us. Do all those things. Share this now. Share it now. Right now. Don't just stop. Just share it. Don't listen to the last part. Just share the. Just stop it. Just share it. Okay.
Okay, bye.
Oh yeah, and read Courtney's short story after
Okay.
you share it
Yeah.
or before you share it, and then come back and share it. Okay. Bye.
Bye.
days of giants, when the earth was wild and free. A creature roamed the valleys, cloaked in mystery. Is he born of angels' blood and man, a Nephilim so tall, or a shadow of the fallen, yet heeding the Maker's call? He's a biblically accurate Bigfoot, with a lineage from the skies. Not a myth or legend, but a truth that never dies. Is he a remnant of the Nephilim, a titan standing tall? Or does he have the word of God upon him, the last to hear the call?
Stop it. Just share it, okay?